Gold. Doesn't that word just sound good? Almost any word that follows gold just goes well with it. Gold crown, gold card, gold club, gold chain, gold coins, gold bars, gold rated, gold star, gold stack, gold stacking, gold investor. I mean, when you hear the word gold, you can't help but have images of grandeur and extravagance come to mind, as we have used gold in cultural celebrations, religious rituals, body art, and so many other situations where we want to display or send a message of wealth or importance. The Aztecs describe, get this, gold as the excrements of the gods, while the Incas called it the sweat of the sun, and the Egyptians considered it to be the flesh of the gods. I've shared in previous videos that psychologists have found that our primal brains are naturally attracted to shiny objects like gold and diamonds because we associate it with life, water, and survival. Why is this so important? Because our primal brain, as well as our logical brain, says, get some gold in your physical possession because your financial life, your financial survival is relying upon this. But knowing what type, kind, size, form, etc. are all things that can make the process of buying gold challenging and even overwhelming. More importantly to me is that there are lots of ways to make mistakes that can cost you a lot of money, especially over time. By the end of this short video, I promise you, you will have the 10 golden rules for stacking gold, which will make you a better and more profitable stacker. Starting with number 1, know why you're buying gold. You have to be clear. Are you an investor or a collector? Nothing can be more critical than having this clear understanding of why you want to start stacking gold, because this has to drive how you purchase or stack. In some very pragmatic ways, Stephen Covey's advice of beginning with the end in mind matters here, with the first question being, are you an investor or are you collecting? On this channel, we focus on investing. So as an investor, gold can serve as a hedge against inflation, insurance, a chance to be your own bank, or a way to hold additional savings. At Stackers University, we understand and tap into the human emotions and psychology of investing, which means I need you to dig a lot deeper to find your real why for stacking. Because if investing in gold or any other metal is simply something you would like to do, that's not a strong or good enough why. Stacking is a way of life, and it requires a resolve, a commitment, a stick-to-itness, and a willingness to sacrifice if you're going to do this the right way. I realize that this may sound a little abstract, so let me give you some of my why behind why I stack metals. I stack because gold and other metals are true wealth. Wealth that can't be taken if you don't know I have it, because it's real money, and real money doesn't depreciate, because it keeps and improves my purchasing power. I stack because in retirement, I want to fix my income level, not have a fixed income level. I stack for generational wealth. I stack because I want to leave my daughter at least 200 ounces of gold and 5,000 ounces of silver so that she can have generational wealth that will allow her to be free. Your why may differ, but my why keeps me focused every day on keeping my expenses to a minimum so that every free dollar can go towards fulfilling my why. If your why is strong enough, the how of how to do it and the sacrifices you will need to make will never matter, because your why is so strong that it has to be fulfilled. And that's critical when it comes to stacking. The second golden rule is set goals and have a plan, and that plan includes a budget. Your why means nothing if you don't have goals and a plan to meet those goals. Otherwise, you simply have a dream. And as the saying goes, a dream without a plan is just an hallucination. Let me repeat that. A dream without a plan is just a hallucination. So what's your budget? How much will you make of that budget available for your metals? Is it going to be on a percentage basis, or is it going to be on a dollar amount? Are you going to buy weekly, monthly? How often are you going to increase your budget? And what about when you receive unexpected money, like when you get your tax return? What are you going to do with that money? Third golden rule, the type of gold. And what type in particular? Well, with only a few rare exceptions, you're only going to want to buy investment grade bullion. Stay away from the jewelry, the dental, or the scrap gold in particular. I know there are many people that believe their gold is an investment, and it really isn't. And let me tell you why. Because first of all, most jewelry is 14 karat or 58% gold. So on top of you're not getting a pure product, you paid more for it because it's jewelry and it costs more to fabricate it. Yes, in some countries, they do make 24 karat gold, like in India, and that is investment grade because it's just the same thing as a 4/9 fine coin. But you still have the additional fabrication costs. So I prefer you don't waste the money on fabrication costs, but hey, like Digital Underground said, do what you like. Number 4, radio station KYMS. Keep your mouth shut. As I stated in my why statement, gold is wealth that they can't take away from me if they don't know that I have it. This is one of the best parts about metals. If you do it right, no one will ever know what you have or don't have, as long as you keep your big mouth tuned to radio station KYMS. Let me be clear, even if I had a face like Denzel Washington, I still wouldn't be on YouTube showing my face. In fact, there are exactly 8 people in my life that know person is behind Dr. Stacker, because I don't want a target on my back. And heaven forbid, if someone is crazy enough to believe that they can come in my home and take what is mine, because at that point, I'm gonna have to do a cost-benefit analysis of the value of your life versus my stack. And let me tell you, that's a very simple calculation. I don't even need to take my socks off to do that math. So keep your mouth shut so you don't even have to be in that situation. Number 5, pass. Premium accumulation spot spread. The golden rule here is to buy the cheapest, most recognizable item and invest the difference. We have to remember that stacking is a game of accumulation, meaning ounces, meaning acquiring as many as your fiat dollars allow. The goal is to keep your premium as low as possible so that your acquisition cost is as close to spot as possible. Remember that every dollar locked into a premium remains frozen, not appreciating until you actually finally sell that item, and then you decide what you do with that premium. The spread or the difference between what you pay in premium and what you receive over spot when you sell it may seem insignificant, but let me give you a great example. Let's just say you stack 10 ounces of gold in 1 year, and each time you save $30 by buying a bar over a coin, and that $30 goes towards buying you 1 ounce of silver. Over the year, you accumulate 10 ounces of gold and 10 1-ounce coins of silver. Now let's say silver goes from $30 to $50. On the surface, it seems like you only made an extra $200, but don't forget, you also have your original $30 that it took to purchase it. That could have been locked up in gold, but you made available and used it to buy you silver. So then when you actually liquidate those 10 ounces, you're gonna sell it for $50 an ounce, and you're actually gonna pocket $500 without having to sell an ounce of gold. And that money isn't sitting idle in a premium, but now available as capital that you can use to go make more capital or make you more money. This is how we amplify our money, which leads me to golden rule number 6, bars versus coins. You got to do the math. This is where math is critical. I know coins feel better. Like the example I just gave you, do the math and decide, would you rather have 10 1-ounce coins of gold or 10 1-ounce gold bars plus 10 ounces of silver? If the math tells you that it's a wash, then go with the coin. Do what you like. But check with your LCS and your online dealers to see what's the difference between what you pay in premium and what they will give you when you get ready to sell it. We've already debunked that bars are not harder to sell than coins. Number 7, FRAC is not whack. The prevailing thought amongst many stackers is that fractional gold is a bad idea because how much you end up spending over the cost of a single coin in premiums. If you believe this, I encourage you to go back and watch this video where I break down on a percentage basis that there's very little difference between a 10-ounce silver bar and a 10th-ounce gold coin in terms of premium and on a percentage basis. Go check that video out, because in my mind, the video proves that mathematically that FRAC or fractional gold is not whack. I'd rather you buy fractional gold than not buy any gold. And yes, if you're disciplined enough, you can save up to buy larger sizes, but then that requires a little more discipline, as well as a cost-benefit analysis of what happens if prices go up during the time, the month or two it takes you to be able to save up to get that larger size. If you're curious about the various types of fractional gold, I have 3 different videos. One takes you through fractional gold, one takes you through European and sovereign coins, and the other one takes you through commemorative coins. So go check those out if you want more information. Number 8, buying and testing. This one is rather simple. Unless you're an experienced investor, I strongly recommend that you only buy from reputable LCS or online dealer. Even with that, you still trust but verify. There are a number of ways that you can test metals at home, but if there's ever a question, simply ask the dealer to test it, and for your own peace of mind. A legit dealer should be more than willing to do so, and if they don't or they become offended, then take your little happy little self and your money somewhere else. Number 9, storing. Bars that come in assays or slabs like these should always be kept in their original packaging, while coins should be stored in tubes or capsules. Pro tip, don't waste a bunch of money buying every size of capsule for each coin. Simply buy one of those universal kits that has a variety of inserts that accommodates most coins. Will you have some coins that don't quite fit or rattle? Sure you will. Take a look. This is one of the buffaloes I have. It looks like it fits until you flip over and then you see it doesn't quite fit right. Do you think I care? No, I care that my Buffalo is protected because it's 4.9's fine, and that scratches and things like that would take away from the value of it. But the fact that it doesn't quite fit, I don't care. You can judge me if you want to, but I'm not wasting the extra money, and I'm going to tell you not to waste the extra money. Do I have coins that rattle because they don't quite fit, like this one? Yeah, guess what? Here's a secret way to fix it. Don't shake the coin. Get my point, folks? There's a lot of stuff that you spend money on that's just pointless. For 99% of the time that you own these coins or bars, they're gonna sit in a dark safe all by themselves and no one's gonna know. So who cares if it doesn't fit perfectly? But hey, if it makes you happy to go out and buy every exact fit or airtight capsule, then if it makes you happy, it makes me elated. You all know that I'm cheap, I'm pragmatic, and so I just care about it being protected, and that's all that matters. Number 10, timeline. While we all would love to see immediate gains in the price of metals after we purchase them, you got to remember stacking is a marathon race. The slower the prices move, the more opportunities you have to stack at lower prices. But more importantly, it's the unrealistic expectation that creates problems for most investors. As Warren Buffett said, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. And while he's referring to the stock market, I believe that is true of all markets. And that's why all these videos about silver to the moon and these price predictions of gold 10,000 and silver 1,000 and all this stuff, it's just noise and it's crazy making, folks. The realistic thing is you're going to hold these metals for 10, 15 years maybe sometimes. And depending on where we are in the cycle, you may have to hold on for a long time. But that's the beauty of it. You get the dollar cost average over time and accumulate. And then when there are opportunities, you do liquidate when you can lock in a profit for yourself. In the comment section, share your thoughts about these 10 golden rules for gold stacking. Which of the 10 golden rules stands out to you the most? Did I miss an important rule? Which do you need to work on yourself? And if you're hearing this, that must mean you are an A+ student. So all that is left, folks, is for me to tell you to always stack smarter and never stop learning.